to Let's Game About It 626. I am Carolyn, aka Xander Shuffley, and that's James, aka
Grimy Wormfoot.
And we are at Augusta National in honor of the Masters Tournament. It is the Masters. This week they started, they've been kind of going all week, so to say, but they officially started yesterday, Thursday the 10th, and today it is Friday the 11th of April. Today was the second round. And James had this great idea of kind of just having a chill vibe video of us playing some golf on Augusta in Augusta, Georgia.
Everybody quiet.
Look at her sitting there. Look at her.
What did you just say?
There was a woman sitting there, literally like in a lawn chair. She looked like a porcelain doll. And
damn it.
And was just like, oh, he hitting. Oh.
Who?
Where is she?
Is she still there?
Yeah, so she is. I'm going to try to.
Why are we looking at the crowd? Who cares?
I'm telling you where she is. So it's the woman that's like. Why is he still talking?
Because it's the Masters. They can talk a lot.
Fucking yapping. Alright, so it's the woman that. Okay, she just kicked her leg out.
What are you looking at? This woman?
Yeah.
The woman that's looking at you?
Yeah, James just pointed where she is.
She's giving you a nasty look,
no,
is what you're saying?
No, she looked like a porcelain doll. Like, she looks like a porcelain doll and is just sitting there like, oh, he hitting. Like, oh, I'm getting so sitting and proper, waiting for him to hit. It was just really funny what she was doing.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to the Masters. Let's Game About It 626. We're getting serious. I didn't get any power.
No, you gotta... You might carry the bunker. Just carry the bunker.
That's fine with me. I'm on the fairway. So I didn't get into golf until James and I really started dating. Oh my God.
That's your favorite person.
Pin all the way at the back. He can fly it the full way.
Alright guys, so I'm just letting you know, I have the biggest beef with Iona Stevens. And she doesn't even know about it, which is fine. I don't care. Anytime that she comes on, I will not play until she stops yapping. I can't with her yap.
I don't know why you did topspin.
Yeah.
That was a wedge. You needed to give it backspin.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
See?
Okay, also, commentators / announcers, both in the game and real life, are like the meanest people.
They're not.
Only
when you're playing bad.
But, like, if they... So, like, James and I, we were watching... It was
the par 3 tournament?
It was Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
The par 3 tournament. They do that, I guess, every year for the Masters, whatever. The announcers were fucking harsh.
Well, I forget who the other guy was, like the main guy, but Max Homa, one of the actual golfers, was also commentating alongside. Yeah, you hit that way too hard.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, I always tell you that you don't need to give it a full chip, and you take it way too far back every time.
Now, he's looking at 2 putts, maybe 3 from where he is.
Because for this game, you don't want to take it back the whole way till, like, the swing stops. Oh, that was close.
Jeez, thanks. But like, even Max Homa being a player amongst his pals was like harsh. I've never met harsh. Well, no, that's a lie because I don't watch any other sports, whatever. But like, they're just diabolical sometimes.
I mean, yes and no.
No, in my opinion.
I mean, as long as you're playing good.
But even if you're having a bad day, they need to relax. That's all I have to say about the commentators.
Oof.
That's going to be up the left-hand side.
All right, that's fine.
That took the turn
Yeah, I pretty much watch the Masters almost every year. I try to catch as much as I can. Because obviously, you know, working during Thursday, Friday, the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, it could be challenging trying to, like...
Whoa.
Don't even know what that was. I hit it completely straight up.
You got like a varicose vein going on in that.
Hello, people. It's very hard to catch up and like know what's going on while you're working. So at night, James and I like obviously have it recorded, so we've been trying to catch up with it as best as possible.
Yeah, it's like a 4-hour long like.
Well, even longer.
Like recording of them playing, so it takes forever to watch, like after work.
But we enjoy it. We've been enjoying it, and tomorrow and Sunday, as they kind of finish off, we'll be able to watch it a little bit more.
Out of at least who I could have told you that was going to happen.
Okay, what we're not going to do is continue to be mean to me.
Well, you're looking at the wind.
That is very doable.
Out of who's I know who you're probably rooting for, but out of who's like right now on the leaderboard, like who do you want to win, or who are you rooting for?
Rory McIlroy. Also Xander Schauffele, obviously because I'm playing as him right now. But he is from where we left off. He was a number 20 in the
I think
Masters.
He's 2 under currently.
Yeah, he's 2 under. So obviously I'm rooting for Xander Schauffele as well. But Rory, I know, is top 3. He's 3rd place right now.
I think he was 6 under, and Justin Rose is 8 under.
Yeah.
And Rory shot a 66 out of a par 72, so that's like really good.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Who are you rooting for?
I would say Rory as well. Like I do want to see him win again. Or has he ever won the I think he's won the Masters.
Boy, that's a good stroke.
I'm not sure.
I've been trying to listen to the mean commentators. I believe he has won the Masters.
I think he has
once. What I'm enjoying seeing is like old timers being there.
Yeah, it's nice to see like Fred Couples and Langer. I always forget his first name. But it's nice to see them kind of come back and play once in a while. It's going to be Langer's like last Masters, and he's been playing for over 40 years on this tournament. There we go. Stop. Damn it. I've obviously like Jack Nicklaus is just too old, but he did still hit like the opening. Usually they'll do like a ceremonial like opening drive. So he was there. Oh, that was way short.
Yeah.
Oh, a miss there. That is way.
Yeah, you hit a tree. But yeah, it is nice to see. Like I'm rooting for Fred Couples and like Langer right now. I mean, they have like a couple mishits, but they're still doing pretty well. Like they'll have a couple bogeys here and there, but given their age, it's amazing what they're doing. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the right club. Trying to find the right club.
Well, you're just going through the shots. You're not even going through the clubs.
Well, yeah. Shots, clubs, potato.
They're different. Right now, it's a baked potato versus a sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Well, I'm also still getting... Okay, there we go. All right.
That's all you needed in the first place.
Oh, God.
You okay?
Yeah, I feel like I'm just getting a nosebleed. I'm just so excited for the Masters.
I would have given it backspin there.
I still get so confused.
It's hard to read sometimes whether, like, how the greens are going to handle.
Yeah, and this is a course, like, when James and I play this game, we don't often play Augusta, so I'm not familiar with the course.
Oh, that was awful. I should have hit it harder. But yeah, like, I remember memories of, like, watching this as a kid. Nice.
Yes.
See, I could play.
And obviously I had more time to watch, like, after school and stuff like that during the, like, the weeks. But, like, the weekends I'd still watch it when I could. And, like, I remember... Hang on. Yeah,
Boy.
I was focusing on talking and trying to hit, and I struggle with talking and multitasking like that, so I'm kind of screwing myself right now.
That's what happened to me the first 2 holes. Alright,
Thank
at
God.
least that got in. You saved the par. Oh, excuse me, everyone. It's my turn. I'm gonna aim it right for her. Look at her little sassy attitude with her hand on her hip. Little sassafras.
Yeah, I remember probably one of the most iconic shots is Tiger Woods' hole out on the par 3 on 16, where he hit off to, like, the left and still hit it in, and it just, like, slowly rolled in. I remember watching that live, and, like, it was just insane.
Yeah, I never watched golf, so I... Damn it.
Now look at what club you're using.
I
You're using a 4-iron.
I thought it was okay.
No.
Ugh.
It's not going to have any, like, way to stop. It's going to roll.
Can't stop, won't stop. Am I right, my guys?
So, let's see. How am I going to play this? Ah, these greens really roll.
Yeah, this is
Gotta roll.
Many a golfer over the years.
And the one thing that I really enjoy about this course is just how nice it is.
Yeah, it is a nice course.
It's a really nice looking course, and even watching it, like, live when they're playing, like, it's amazing how, like, just... Ooh, that was close. How just green the grass is.
Yeah.
And just how vibrant everything is, and everything just looks so... It looks fake for some reason. Like, that's how good it looks. It looks fake. But it's, like, all real.
Yeah.
Like, they spend so much time and effort trying to, like, make this place look so good, and they, like... I don't know how they do it.
Last year, James and I went to the Travelers.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful, nice save. James and I went to the Travelers with his family, well, his sister and her boyfriend, and that was a very nice time. I was dying.
Yeah, it was very, very hot.
It was literally in the middle of, like, the biggest heat wave, or, like, the hottest heat wave that we were experiencing, and I, like, wore this dress thinking that...
Oh, please don't go in the bunker.
Oh, it's going to keep me nice and cool. Like, I don't have a lot of layers on. Like, I thought the dress would be a good, like, saving grace for me. It wasn't. It was
very humid.
It was really hot. And, like, when there was cloud coverage, we all were like, oh my god, okay. But then, like, the sun came out, clouds went away. But I have to say that was a very fun time. I'm not sure if we talked about this in our other golf video.
I don't think
Probably.
we have.
I don't know, but we went to the Travelers. We're planning to go again this year. I was the one to bring it up because it was a lot of fun. Um, Although, despite it being hot and unbearable, and I got a wicked sunburn, and
We both got really bad sunburn.
so did your sister.
I think our problem was we didn't put any sunblock on because it was so cloudy.
Yeah,
that we didn't really even think that we needed it.
Yeah, and we were wrong.
Oh, what? It hit the lip.
That ball out of the bunker.
We were wrong. We definitely needed sunblocks for this year. And even though they literally were handing out like mini sunblocks, they literally handed out like mini sunblocks.
Mini sunblocks, and they give you the little Travelers like umbrellas.
Yeah, so by like the end of it, when we were getting to the 18th hole, I literally had, which way are the lines going?
It depends on where you're trying to land it.
Like right behind the hole.
I would land it in front of the hole because it's gonna roll. But the problem is that you're hitting into. Well, it's gonna roll back towards the bunker, so you got to be careful of that.
All right, we're just gonna play it safe with a 9-iron.
I wouldn't do that because you're hitting into an upslope, so it's not going to be able to roll up that hill.
All right, we're just gonna say have fun with it. Yeah, by the 18th hole, I was dying. Had the umbrella, had a hat on. I can't even say how much like water I chugged, but it was still a lot of fun. I got a little tap on the hand by.
It was Colin Morikawa, I think.
Yes. And I was attempting Jason Day, but he walked right past before I could get one. And I was like, okay. But it was really cool to just, like, be there and be like, oh,
no.
That was a hard shot for you.
Yeah, there was nothing I could really do. I had to hit a punch.
But, like, to be there and be like, oh, I've seen you on TV and now you're walking past me.
Yeah, it's crazy to see them like that.
Because, like, I guess you don't, like, view them as a celebrity, but in a way that they
kind of are, in a way.
Like, if you, obviously, I don't want to say the golf community, but if you're in the golf community, yeah, they can be perceived as celebrities because, like, you know, they're very famous for their shots and how they play and everything. Okay, hang on.
That's way too far.
Way too far.
It's like,
damn it.
It's one thing to watch them on TV, but to like see them in person and like watch them hit and all that, it's a different experience.
It is, and it's like it's a lot more exciting, in my opinion, just to like see them live and be like, oh my god, they're like there and hitting. Because I remember, I think it was like Colin Morikawa. Can you say the name from
Colin Morikawa?
There are too many W's and too many L's and too many R's for me.
There's, I think, only one L.
It doesn't matter.
In Colin.
It doesn't matter. It's an L, and it's going to throw it off, because I struggle with the L's, R's, and W's in all together. They cannot be... I struggle so hard with that. So, it was like... I think it was his group with Jason Day, and I forget who else was with them.
I wouldn't play that shot.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'd hit a 9-iron, but still... Or a 7-iron, and just hit it shorter. Like below the hole.
I forget who else was part of their group, but it was
I don't remember.
It was very surreal to just be like, oh, you're here, and I'm like there. Like at one point we were literally standing on the sidelines, like where like the TV cameras, not that it matters that, like if we were on TV or not, but like literally like where the TV cameras were. Like if you like paid close enough attention, maybe you'd see us. Like that's a surreal moment. but I'm still stuck on the fact of how I don't understand how they like spin the ball, and
Oh
that
my
was really
god.
close. That was really close. Like, do shots like that without pressing A or anything. It's just, it blows my mind.
It's a very hard thing to know how to do
Yeah.
that. It's a lot of getting good contact with the ball and kind of almost like getting underneath it to get that spin, and
Ugh.
yeah, you gave it too much.
Damn it.
It's to learn how to do that, to get the ball to like spin back that much or to just like stop dead. It takes a lot of practice and skill to learn how to do that, to like actually control the ball that way. Oh, why is it going over there? Why is it going over there?
Because you hit it over there.
Oh my god.
So I was at work today. The tree reminded me of it because I was about to be like, oh, you hit a bird. I was at work today and I was on the phone, or I was in a meeting, and all of a sudden I look at the window, and literally there is a mourning dove, like aggressively attempting to like land somewhere near my window, but like it couldn't because there was no ledge. Like, it was just, oh, shit. I did the same thing.
Yeah, how'd you get over there?
I don't know. I hit it over there.
Oh, you creeped into the fairway though.
Like, it literally like flew, because like how the office is like there's a little bit of an overhang over the window, and it was just like hovering underneath there, like flapping its little wings, like, I want to see you and say hello. And I was like, what? It was so weird. It was the strangest things. I've never seen that before with a mourning dove.
With that, you're gonna want to go. Okay.
What?
You're gonna want to go a little bit further past the hole.
I'll go further past the hole.
Because you're hitting uphill, so you're gonna probably land in that bunker.
We'll land in the bunker.
I'm just trying to help.
Xander Shoffley needs no help.
I don't think he needs help. I think it's you that needs to help.
I just needed that little bit more. I know it's 10 feet, but come on, I want it a little bit closer.
Down on the course, let's check in with Notabegay III.
Ah,
He's got exactly 100 yards.
I love
to the
Noah.
Front. 114
Noda.
gets to the
Noda,
hole,
whatever.
sitting in the front left hole location.
I always think it's Noah.
Gap wedge coming in.
Now you screwed me up.
Oh, come on.
That was a good shot.
Strike. I could tell that by the sound.
It's Noda. Yeah, it's Notabegay III.
I always think the duh is like an addition. Like, Noah to like, I don't know how to speak. And if I don't see someone's like name written out,
Ooh.
damn it.
Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right.
Putting is always my struggle.
There.
You just don't understand the lines. That's the main thing.
Yeah, because I don't understand how to play golf.
Well, if you let me teach you.
Oh, I tried swinging. I tried playing golf before, and it didn't go well.
You didn't try playing golf. You tried to swing a golf club. There's a difference between playing golf and swinging a golf club.
Yeah, and it didn't go well.
Just because I like swung a baseball like bat doesn't mean that I've played baseball.
In my category, that in my
what? How did that happen?
In my little world, that's what it means.
I think that's a bunch of bullshit right there.
That's a bunch of fooey.
But it ricochets into the bunker.
Damn. That's gonna really make this a whole lot harder now. Show off.
Thank you. I told you Xander Shoffley needs no help. Kind of like I am no man.
Second shot coming up. Notice down there.
Menacing bunker up the right side. If you find your ball in here, you have no option but to lay up.
Yeah, I'm realizing that. Thank you.
Don't be mean to Noda.
I think I might just have to go. Yeah, I got no other option to go with this. Hopefully I won't hit the fucking lip again. Cool.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Sand takes away any chance of going for the green in two, but this is a nice recovery here to get back on track.
The weird thing is, looking at this hole now, where like the game and how they have this, like that lip on the side, that big mound on the side of the like left-hand side of the green, isn't that drastic.
Okay, that's going to be a little tricky over there. It's over
Like they in the game, they made that so much higher and bigger.
You need to make it challenging.
Let's see. Oh, come on.
Just went a little
That was
bit
a
too
little bit
far
of a
and a little bit
robbery.
to the
I do
right,
have
but
to say
still,
that.
anything inside 10 feet is excellent on this hole.
Yeah, those are
Okay, that's acceptable.
those are tough sometimes.
13 feet away.
Ugh.
Just too hard.
Oh my gosh.
You would have made that, but
Oh
for another birdie.
gosh.
God, that did not look like it was going to go in.
That one in for a birdie. That's so nearly a birdie,
But par is all he'll have to show for it. I know that a lot.
Yeah, you get that a lot in this game.
So James and I, as much as we love golf, I think we love
Hey, so many trees.
Gordon Ramsay a little bit more.
I'd say I like golf more than Gordon Ramsay, but I do like Gordon Ramsay.
I think we need to have a conversation off camera about this.
Look, I've been playing golf since I was 11, so for 22, 23 years of my life, I didn't know Gordon Ramsay that long.
So, I love Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
More than golf. But James and I, we both love Gordon Ramsay. We watch all of his shows that come out. MasterChef, Next Level Chef, Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay Uncharted, even like the F Word, and like
in play, gonna have to hit something high and soft to find the right level of this green.
Tricky. Yeah.
Like Eddie Gordon Ramsay show. We really, oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary folks. My apologies. We really enjoy Gordon Ramsay. So while we were watching Next Level Chef last night, he has a new show coming out called Gordon Ramsay Secrets.
It's like Secret Service or something?
Something ridiculous.
It's like Secret Service, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, secret whatever. And it looks like it's basically Kitchen Nightmares, just a different name. And it looks phenomenal. It's Gordon Ramsay, like...
It's like going to be like a TV sitcom or something like that, I'm guessing?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be him trying to save restaurants again.
No, I think it's completely different. I think it seems more of...
Oh, that is the false front here at the ninth. And
that's not good.
Is gonna go on a little
I'm used to that.
I feel like it's going to be more of like his attempt at a sitcom or something.
I don't know, but it looks phenomenal.
I wouldn't hit it that close up to it.
He dropped down from the ceiling and
like Mission Impossible style.
Mission Impossible style, and I was hooked.
There you go.
All right.
What a great chip, too. I thought you were in trouble off the green, but with that sort of touch, that was just purely brilliant.
Thanks.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie
Okay.
here tonight. And he'll go out
I am like
in
riding on the
36.
pars
It's
today.
an even par
Yeah.
It's all right.
just a tap in there for par at the
Not
ninth.
fighting to. Sorry.
And
Excuse
that is
you.
a
I was in you.
wonderful first 9 total of 29. That is 7 under par.
I think we're probably going to play it safe here. Safer.
So where we are has been experiencing pretty much all of the seasons. Minus like
summer?
Yeah,
and spring when it's supposed to be?
okay, I guess then I'll just say the fall and winter seasons.
It's basically just winter. It's been snowing.
Yeah, it's been snowing. It snowed Monday into Tuesday or Sunday into Monday, one of those days. And then
It was also sleet on Monday.
yeah, so and then it was like snowing a little bit today. Like cars had literal snow on them, like piled up. And then I heard that it's supposed to snow again this weekend.
Yeah.
Which I remember hearing a few people talk about how like we're switching how our seasons are. Like it's going to be more like Pacific, no, Atlantic or something.
What does that mean?
So like
what are you talking
when
about?
it's supposed to be spring and summer, it's actually going to be like fall and winter. Like we're how our seasons are like beginning to switch. I forget.
I told you there was something going on. I told you there's going to be a shift or something like that.
I've heard from like a few different people now. Haven't found any reputable sources, but like a few people have been like, "Oh, I heard on the news like scientists believe that like, oh, we're now switching our seasons." And I'm like, now that it's snowing in April, I'm beginning to think
I think there's something going on. I mean, this is my own conspiracy theory, but I feel like over time, whether it's the rotation of the Earth, global warming, or something is shifting where something's not catching up with the other. Like, something's getting ahead of it. Like, the weather is not staying with the season, where the seasons are, like, drifting further into other months that they don't normally like exist in.
And supposedly that is like true because we're like going through a shift.
That's kind of, I've been saying that for the last like couple of years because that's what I've been noticing.
Yeah,
it's like, granted, I mean, this area the weather changes frequently, but it's strange how there's a pattern. And it's so different.
It is very different.
Like when we were kids, or when I was a kid.
We're literally only 4 years apart.
But
so...
it's still like that 4 years is a drastic change in climate change.
Yeah. Like I posted a status about it, and like someone commented, and they're just like, "Isn't that normal?" And I was like, "No. Like I've lived in this area, like in this specific area." For like almost 4 years. No, 4 years now. And like it has never snowed in April.
I mean, I think we've had snow in May before.
We have?
At least where I was when I was a kid. Probably 10 plus years ago. Well, more than that because
we did have
in my 30s,
that freak snowstorm in October.
Yeah, when Halloween was canceled twice in a row, 2 years in a row, we had no quote unquote Halloween because there was major snowstorms happening in October.
I remember on one of them, my mom was in Vermont, and I was like in distress because my mother was not home during like a massive snowstorm. And
were they getting like a lot of snow there too?
Yeah, they were getting a lot of so they were essentially like trapped in the house like where they were in Vermont, and I was like a distraught person and was texting her probably a little too much. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And they're like having the time of their life because they're
go in. Yes!
Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a really nice shot. That was a good shot.
Whoa, where are you going?
But,
Nice.
like, I just remember I literally was like, oh my god, Mom, where are, like, are you okay? And they're having the time, like I was saying, like, they're in Vermont. They're in, like, the snowy state of Vermont where people go to ski and, like, snowboard and everything, and they're having the time of their lives. And I was like, oh my god, you're not
Well, how old were you, do you think?
Ooh. I was old enough to be texting.
I mean, that doesn't really give much
No,
detail.
but like...
Oh, how about the touch there? Beautifully done.
Maybe 12, 13.
Okay.
But I also had, like, a lot of anxiety.
You still have a lot of anxiety.
Exactly. So, like, my biggest thing was, oh my god, my mom's never coming home. Because she's stuck in Vermont with the snowstorm, and she's not going to be able to make it to work, and she's not going to be able to make it home. And
I mean, that's not your problem necessarily.
No, but like as like a young child, I was like, I want my mom home.
Well, as long as they're at the house safe, they don't have to drive anywhere. They just wait it out and come back the next day.
Okay, just outside of
It's better than driving to Vermont in a massive snowstorm.
So James and I took a vacation. I think maybe we've talked about this one in the videos, and if we haven't, James and I...
Ooh, way too hard.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Too hard.
That was my bad. Sorry, I got excited about our vacation to Vermont and driving in the snowstorm.
I think it was Christmas or New Year's or something like that the first time we went up there.
We went December, like, in the middle of December, before Christmas. It was kind of like a Christmas present to ourselves.
It was to, like, an Airbnb.
Yeah, just to, like, get away. Like, it was a really stressful time. We just wanted, like, some alone time. So, the day that we were leaving, I think, knew about a snowstorm, or we were like,
it's not gonna turn off.
We were like, oh, there's a snowstorm. Maybe, like, we'll get ahead of it.
Oh, thank God.
No, we got into it.
No, we were driving towards it.
Not knowing, like,
and into it.
Genuinely did not know. We thought we were avoiding it by, like, not even realizing how massive this storm was. The roads were completely covered with snow. The only way that we were literally, and James, like, I compliment him all the time. Like, he did such an amazing job because he stayed, like, in other people's tracks to help us, like, continue, like, keep
traction, because there was
nothing.
Whenever I tried to go into a different lane,
oh, forget about it.
I got, like, either pulled back into it, or I would, like, be about to get stuck. So it was the best way to keep motion and traction is just stay where there's already been cars driving, and because, like, then the snow is more, like, compacted.
And, like, we saw multiple cars spin out into medians.
Yeah, they were off the side of the road, like, in the
side of the road, and I was like, oh my god, I would not have been able to. Like, anytime that we saw a plow, it was like, oh my god, a plow.
Yeah, and the plows that were around weren't even going in front of us.
Well, because we were going too fast.
Well, I had to, that's the thing, is, like, the plow that was coming from the on-ramp,
yeah,
I could not slow down, because if I slowed down, I would have been stuck.
Right.
I had to, you have one choice. Either keep going.
Oh, that's trouble.
Oh.
Damn,
yeah, you hit it a little too soft.
It wanted to go for a swim.
Yeah, that was, what, a 3-hour car ride that turned into, like, 5 or 6 hours?
No, it was originally like 4.5, 5 hours to get to the Airbnb, because we left at like 10:30 in the morning, and we didn't get to the Airbnb until like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Well,
like,
we also had to, like,
out.
make a quick stop at, like, a local store near the Airbnb just to pick up a few things.
Yeah, but still, like, we didn't get there until... Damn it.
Yeah,
but
too
like
much.
it was
obviously that's not his best, but it'll
like,
be
I
quickly
remember my
forgotten,
mom
Frank, if
texting
he's able to
me
get
and
out of here with
like,
his par.
oh, like, are you guys okay? And I was like, please don't ask us that. Like, we're fine. I will let you know. Like, I'm not saying a word because James is focused on
That's too
driving.
hard.
And like the windows would frost up, the ice was piling on top of the windshield. It was
Yeah, like as
awful.
it was coming down so much that as the windshield wipers were going, it was pushing and compacting the snow. Nice. Against like the windshield on that driver's side, like pinching between that pillar and the glass.
Yeah, you had to like keep rolling down the window and like knocking
I
it
had to
off.
like literally open the window and use my hand to knock off the ice and snow because the noise it was making
Yeah.
was so infuriating because I had the windshield wipers so fast
Yeah.
because of how much snow and ice and everything that was coming down. It was hard to see, and with how much ice and everything there was, it was stopping the windshield wipers from making their full path all the way up. So I had to do something to end the madness and also help me see.
And like, I will never forget coming out of that storm. Like,
it was like
it
a
was a
breath of
wall.
fresh air.
It was a breath of fresh air, but it was literally a wall. Like, we went through a wall, and then it was like somewhat overcast skies, a beautiful scenery of pine trees covered in snow. Like, the roadway was clear. Like, it was
like there was some snow, but it was like that nothing happened.
Yeah, literally nothing. But like, if you looked in the rear view mirror,
Ooh.
and like looked behind us, it was a freaking wall of white.
Yeah.
Like, you could not see anything.
It was such a drastic change from dealing with that for 4.5, 5 hours
because of how slow we were going.
I was probably maintaining like a 30 to 35 mile an hour speed throughout that whole journey for, hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
So it takes quite a while, and it was just like trying to keep up that speed, stay in the tracks, just trying to... You're not going to make it there. You keep hitting it too short.
I know. Because I'm getting nervous of like hitting it too hard.
No, with these shots, they swing really slow, so you have to like take it back further than you think usually.
Take it back now, y'all.
Yeah, that was a trip.
It was a trip, and like I think I cried when we
finally got our bags inside and like we're like, all right, let's like kind of take a look at this place. I shouldn't have done that. It was like a surreal moment because it was like I thought we'd never make it.
I literally like wrote us off. Like, I literally wrote us off to like, we're not making it. Like, we're gonna have to just... And then we woke up to no power.
Yeah, the storm knocked out the power. We had power when we got there, but probably sometime in the middle of the night we lost the power because of all the storm, like all the snow and the ice and the wind. But yeah, I think there was probably what, couple feet of snow.
Yeah, there was a lot of snow.
2.5, 3 feet of snow.
There was a lot of snow because we were in upstate, like Vermont. We were like an hour away from Canada, or like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Canada. We were very, very upstate Vermont, and it was a very just like... Airbnb was cutest thing. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite places to go, but it was damn it. It was a trip getting there.
Yeah, and then driving back,
it was like nothing.
It was what, a day or like probably 2 days later.
Yeah,
and it took us just a normal amount of time.
It was wild.
And we were like, oh, so this is how long it was supposed to be? Excuse you just finished.
So
what do you
sorry.
think you're doing?
I wanted redemption. And then we passed by like an infamous... I forget the mountain name, but we passed by like this infamous mountain that I wanted to see for like ever. So when we took a second trip up there, because we loved the Airbnb, we took a second trip up there.
That was when we went up for New Year's.
No snowstorm, nothing like that. Like, it was smooth sailing. Like, we weren't hit. I was able to see the the mountain that I was like in love with, and I like I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I forget what it was called, but it was like very infamous in Vermont. Well, it is very infamous in Vermont, and I didn't realize that literally the first time that James and I went there, we passed it, but we couldn't see it because of the storm.
Yeah.
And so it was very awesome to
It was
be
like
able to see it.
towards the tail end of the storm when we were getting out, so we passed it during the storm.
Yeah, we just couldn't see.
Yeah, and if this is gonna be a hot take, but if you live in Chicopee, Massachusetts, I suggest you move. Because let me tell you, I will never be stopping there again. Out of our experience in Chicopee, Massachusetts, you can say in the comments what you will, but wow, what an experience we had at a McDonald's.
Alright, so I feel like we need to explain the McDonald's then. Hold on, what shot? I'm struggling.
So you're going downhill, you have the wind at your back, so you're gonna want to go a little bit shorter.
Okay.
You could still hit a 9-iron.
Okay.
But I would go like around there.
Okay. So the McDonald's,
we had to make a stop for bathroom break, but also food.
Yeah.
This was the second time or the first time?
No, this was the first time before we got to the storm.
Was it?
Yeah.
It all blends together. I can't remember.
It does, because we've had such experiences going to this particular Airbnb. But we were going there to get food and to pee, and I'm gonna let you tell it because it was mainly your.
Well, you had an experience as well.
What was my experience? I blocked it out.
Damn, I thought I was gonna spin one more. So we get in there, we go to the bathroom. Men's room, there is a man in the stall violently vomiting. And he's also on the phone while you're going to want to go more to the left. He's also on the phone with somebody violently vomiting. And oh, that was close. He's talking on the phone with the person saying like, oh my god, I feel like shit, and like dry heaving and like spitting and just like, I don't know what happened, I feel like shit, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, look, I need to get out of here. I want to do my thing. I'm trying to like block it all out. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. As soon as I'm done, I wash my hands as quick as possible to get the hell out of there. You had a woman that was having a like very bad experience also in the bathroom with I guess movements of sorts, I would say.
Oh yeah.
She was not feeling well either.
Yeah.
And you were trying to also rush and get out of there as well. So both bathrooms at the same time were occupied with people who were not feeling very well.
Separate parties, they didn't know each other.
Yeah, completely different people. But like once we get outside, we're like out to order our food by the counter. We tell each other our experiences. The guy walks out of the bathroom and is just like, he's still on the phone. He's like grabbing like the tissues and, you know, wiping his face and stuff like that, and he's still on the phone. Walks outside and is talking, and the woman comes out of the bathroom. You're like, oh, that was her. That's the girl that was, you know, dying in the bathroom. But then I think it was the girl that was with somebody else that was in the bathroom. When they were ordering.
What? Nope.
Oh, that actually helped you. When they were ordering their food, they like got their food, but they also didn't get their cups or something like that. Do you remember that? Like when they were like, what? You don't remember that?
No, I very much blocked out that time.
They were like trying to get an employee's attention, but were like just standing there, not being like, hey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Like they were getting like frustrated that nobody was like noticing them that they needed help, even though they could easily just go,
Hey, excuse
"Hi,
me.
can we get our cups?" or something like that, whatever they
Yeah.
needed. But like when the guy walked out of the bathroom and was like grabbing the tissues and everything like that, I was like, all right, well, I'm not touching anything
Oh,
that
yeah, the
he's been around.
napkins.
Or the napkins, yeah. We just looked at each other, we grabbed our food, and we ran to the car.
And I normally don't, like, it's fine, but, like, if you're that violently ill and, like, throwing up in a McDonald's, like, I don't need you to touch, like, because it wasn't like, oh, he was grabbing a napkin. Like, he touched all of them. Like, he crammed his hand.
Yeah, he was grabbing multiple.
He,
I'm sure he washed his hands.
yeah, but still.
But, you know,
I don't
it's
want to
just...
take chances.
Once again, another great
But it
tee
was
shot.
just a
So
very
you're starting to
uncomfortable
wonder how
experience.
low can you go?
It's just, it was such a wild experience. And there was some other stuff that happened, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. I genuinely
there
blocked
was
it
just
out.
so much. But our experience there was not the best, and that was way short. I don't know what you were thinking there.
I thought I was gonna have air.
You thought you were gonna have air.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna have air.
Okay.
And it was gonna bounce and then go on up.
No.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, so just that one part of Chicopee, yeah, not the best. I'm sure there's good parts of Chicopee, but yeah, I'm not going back.
Yeah, that McDonald's was questionable. But enjoyable because it created a memory.
Well, apparently you don't remember.
No, I very much blocked it out. I very much blocked it out. Because it was just... because I think the snowstorm really kind of...
Yeah, that was the more important part of it.
I just remember my mom, like, texting me, like, are you okay? And I was like, no.
We'll let you know.
Like, I promise you, I will let you know. I think I was on the phone with her, and there was such... oh, God.
Yeah, it was too hard.
There was such glee in my voice, because I was like, Mom, there's a plow. And she's like, okay. And I was like, no, Mom.
No, you have no idea.
It's a plow.
You have no idea.
And then as we drove past it, because we were, like, our speed was just going too fast, I was like, no, the plow. I was like, Mom, we're driving past the plow.
We had to carry on. There was no stopping.
And I think then she realized, she was like, oh. And I was like, no, the plow. Not the plow.
Yeah, it was either get stuck or keep going and just not have the plow.
Like I say, I give you the utmost kudos of kudos.
Well, that's all part of all-wheel drive and snow tires.
But also paying attention and knowing how
knowing how to, like, kind of focus, and knowing that if there's treads in the ground, like there's cars that have driven through that area, or even when because we were behind trucks.
Yeah.
We were behind, like, an 18-wheeler that was also...
how did that happen?
Like, treading through the snow. So, obviously, their wide, big tires kind of give you much more area to actually get some traction in, because the weight of it just really compresses that snow. But as long as you have some sort of path, you just got to follow that path the best you can.
I would have panicked.
And whenever there was, like, a big hill, I tried to get enough speed where it wasn't too dangerous to go too fast, so that when you go up the next hill, because it was, like, downhill, like, plateau, and then it would go back uphill, you're going to lose a lot of speed trying to maintain that speed, trying to get up that hill. So
I would have panicked.
You just gotta know.
I would have given up hope. I would have been like, there's no outside. And then you would have just had to tell me to keep going, and I'm like, no.
No, I would have told you to pull over and let me drive, even though we probably would have gotten stuck. But as long as I was driving.
Yeah, I would have 100% been in panic mode. Well, no, I'm either in fight or flight, and I probably
You're mostly in flight.
Yeah, but in that situation, I feel like I would have been in fight, and I would have just been so dead focused on just, like, I'm getting there.
And it wasn't like, oh, I was sitting back in my seat. I was literally sitting upright.
Your knuckles were white.
I was gripping the steering wheel at 10 and 2, and I was like sitting up in my seat, almost like kind of driving like a granny.
Yeah.
Because it was, one, hard to see, and two, I'm trying to look over the nose of the car to see where the tracks are.
Yeah, you were very much
going, oh, thank God.
You were like very focused. Like I didn't want to hold conversation because
we barely talked.
Yeah, I did not want you to like lose your focus at all. And with that being said, wonderful job, Grimy Wormfoot, on your
yeah, 16 under.
Yeah.
1 bogey.
Yeah. And Xander,
you had an average day of what a golfer would have.
Yeah.
Actually at this course. Mine, on the other hand, that's unheard of. That's unreal. That would never happen. But it's a video game. So
I'm just average.
I guess you could say that.
Well, with that being said, happy Masters. If you watch the Masters, we hope that you enjoy it. We hope that whoever you're rooting for does well, makes it to the weekend. We hope that you enjoyed this video. It's kind of like a chill video, just sharing stories, rambling and bambling as we played golf. Check out our other videos. We have another golf video out. We have Left 4 Dead. We have Zombs. We have Resident Evil 7 playthrough. We're starting Super Bunny Man. We have a whole bunch of content out, so please go like, subscribe, watch it. Follow us on social media. It's all listed in the video. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
Great. I'm Carolyn, aka Xander Shoffley.
That guy.
That's James, aka
I'm over here.
Grimy Wormfoot, and we are Let's Game About It 626. Thanks for joining us for another video. Bye!